Welcome to today's video. We're about to dive into a fascinating topic: the 5 countries with the world's most powerful security forces. These nations have invested heavily in building comprehensive security infrastructures that extend beyond their borders, shaping global defense strategies and contributing to international peacekeeping efforts. But military might isn't just about numbers and weapons. It's also about innovation, strategy, and a country's ability to maintain its influence worldwide. From the technological giants to the military superpowers, these 5 nations set the standard for modern security in the 21st century. Their influence is not just limited to their military capabilities, but also extends into intelligence, cyber defense, and geopolitical strategy. Today, we will take a closer look at how each of these countries has secured its place at the top of the global security hierarchy. Let's get started by examining each country's strengths and understanding what makes them unique in the realm of global defense. Number 5. The United Kingdom has one of the most respected and capable security forces in the world. Despite a relatively small defense budget compared to the US and China, the UK remains a formidable global military power. As of 2024, the UK's defense budget is approximately $60 billion, and its military is renowned for its professionalism and technological capabilities. Royal Navy and strategic importance. The Royal Navy remains one of the most powerful in the world, particularly due to its fleet of nuclear submarines and aircraft carriers. The UK's nuclear deterrent is carried by its Vanguard-class submarines, ensuring that the country maintains a second strike capability in the event of a nuclear conflict. The HMS Queen Elizabeth aircraft carrier also enhances the UK's ability to project power globally, and the UK's military presence remains significant in key regions such as the Middle East. Defense technology and innovation. The UK is a leader in defense technology, particularly in areas such as cybersecurity, aerospace, and defense electronics. The country's defense industry is world-class, producing everything from advanced fighter jets like the Eurofighter Typhoon to cutting-edge military satellites. The UK is also a key player in NATO, and its military regularly participates in joint operations with its allies. Global role and alliances. The UK's global military role is enhanced by its strong alliances, particularly with the US and NATO. British forces are often involved in peacekeeping missions, counter-terrorism operations, and humanitarian interventions around the world. The UK's intelligence services, particularly MI6 and GCHQ, are also among the most capable in the world, providing critical support to both military and civilian security operations. Number 4. India is another major player in global security. With a defense budget of approximately $76 billion, it boasts the world's second-largest military by personnel and continues to modernize its forces. India's security strategy focuses on both national defense and regional stability, particularly in South Asia. Military strength and strategic importance. India has a highly capable military force that includes a large army, an expanding navy, and an air force equipped with a mix of indigenous and foreign technologies. India's nuclear capabilities make it a key player in the global balance of power. Additionally, India's missile program, which includes intercontinental ballistic missiles, ensures its ability to deter threats from its neighbors, particularly China and Pakistan. Defense industry and indigenous production. India has made a concerted effort to boost its domestic defense industry. The government's Make in India initiative has resulted in a growing number of indigenous defense products, from tanks to fighter jets. While India still relies heavily on imports, particularly from Russia and the US, it is steadily increasing its capacity to produce advanced military hardware domestically. Counterterrorism and regional security. India's military is also heavily focused on counterterrorism, particularly in the region of Jammu and Kashmir. The country's security forces are regularly engaged in operations to neutralize terrorist threats along its borders. India also plays a crucial role in maintaining stability in the Indian Ocean, where its navy works to secure key shipping lanes that are vital to global trade. Number 3. China's rise as a global superpower is no longer just economic, it's military as well. With a defense budget of over $250 billion in 2024, China's security forces have undergone a remarkable transformation. Over the past 2 decades, the country has focused on modernizing its military and expanding its global influence, particularly in the Indo-Pacific region. People's Liberation Army, PLA. The People's Liberation Army is the largest standing military force in the world, with over 2 million active personnel. While China's military was once considered outdated, the government has invested heavily in modernizing its equipment and training. The PLA is now equipped with advanced fighter jets, including the J-20 stealth aircraft, and is rapidly expanding its navy, which now has more ships than the US Navy. Technological innovation China has made significant advancements in military technology, particularly in the fields of artificial intelligence, cybersecurity, and space warfare. The country has been testing anti-satellite missiles and has developed a strong presence in cyberspace, both in terms of defense and offense. China is also leading the charge in developing quantum computing, which could revolutionize cybersecurity and military communications. Global ambitions. China's Belt and Road Initiative, while primarily an economic project, has significant military implications. By developing infrastructure and securing economic ties across Asia, Africa, and Europe, China is expanding its influence and securing strategic footholds. The construction of military bases, particularly in the South China Sea, has also raised concerns about China's long-term military ambitions. Beijing's goal is to establish itself as the dominant power in the Indo-Pacific region, and its military buildup reflects that ambition. Number 2. Russia has always been a military powerhouse, and despite economic sanctions and internal challenges, it remains one of the top security forces globally. As of 2024, Russia's defense budget is significantly smaller than that of the US, sitting at around $60 billion. However, Russia makes up for this with efficiency, a focus on strategic priorities, and a heavy reliance on nuclear deterrents. Nuclear superpower. Russia holds the largest stockpile of nuclear weapons in the world, and its nuclear triad, land-based missiles, submarine-launched missiles, and strategic bombers, is the cornerstone of its defense strategy. The country has made significant advancements in missile technology, including the development of hypersonic weapons that can travel at speeds greater than Mach 5. These weapons are seen as nearly impossible to defend against, giving Russia a significant edge in any potential conflict with global adversaries. Military reforms and modernization. In recent years, Russia has undertaken substantial military reforms. The modernization of its armed forces has been a top priority since the early 2000s, and this effort has borne fruit. Russia's tank fleet is the largest in the world, and its military-industrial complex continues to produce advanced fighter jets, such as the Su-57 stealth fighter. Furthermore, Russia has prioritized modernizing its navy, particularly its submarine fleet, which remains a formidable threat in the world's oceans. Cyber and hybrid warfare. Russia's cyber warfare capabilities have been on full display in recent years, with cyber attacks attributed to Russian state actors targeting everything from foreign elections to critical infrastructure. Along with cyber tactics, Russia employs hybrid warfare strategies, combining traditional military force with disinformation campaigns, economic influence, and covert operations. This approach was famously used during the annexation of Crimea and continues to be a key component of Russia's geopolitical playbook. Number 1. United States of America, USA. The United States has long held the title of the world's most powerful security force. The country's defense budget dwarfs those of all other nations, sitting at an astounding $800 billion annually as of 2024. But sheer financial investment is only part of the picture. The U.S. military is one of the most technologically advanced forces in the world, with innovations spanning artificial intelligence, space defense, and advanced cyber warfare capabilities. Military branches and global reach. The U.S. military is made up of several branches, each with its own specialized role. The Army, Navy, Air Force, Marine Corps, and the Space Force. The U.S. Navy is known for its fleet of aircraft carriers, with the country operating more than any other nation. These carriers provide the U.S. with a unique capability to project power anywhere on the globe at any time. The Air Force boasts some of the most advanced fighter jets and strategic bombers, such as the F-35 and the B-2 Spirit stealth bomber. Meanwhile, the Army and Marine Corps focus on ground forces, while the Space Force works on defending U.S. assets in orbit, from satellites to missile defense systems. Technological superiority. The U.S. has invested heavily in military technology, leading to some groundbreaking advancements. One key area is unmanned systems, including drones and autonomous vehicles that can conduct reconnaissance, surveillance, and targeted strikes without putting human soldiers at risk. The U.S. also leads in missile defense, with systems like the Aegis Ballistic Missile Defense and THAAD, Terminal High Altitude Area Defense, capable of neutralizing potential threats before they even enter the atmosphere. Global alliances and influence. The U.S. military's global influence extends far beyond its borders. The country is a founding member of NATO, North Atlantic Treaty Organization, the most powerful military alliance in the world. Through NATO and other alliances, the U.S. has a network of bases and partnerships that give it the ability to respond to crises anywhere in the world in a matter of hours. Whether it's counterterrorism operations, humanitarian missions, or peacekeeping, the U.S. is usually at the forefront. In conclusion, these 5 nations, each with their unique strengths, represent the pinnacle of global security. Whether through advanced technology, massive defense budgets, or strategic alliances, they are able to influence not just their own national security, but the safety and stability of the entire world. As the global landscape continues to evolve, the role of these countries in maintaining peace and security will remain paramount. For more insightful content, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.